All right. Well, coming to you live from our new media room, Will and I, several weeks ago, decided to kind of build out a nook of our office into a podcast slash media room, and we're starting to kind of play around with the software right now. And I thought would be a great idea for us to kind of do a video to kind of inform you about the things that have been going on with our firm, and ultimately kind of explain to you what we're trying to build with the company so that if you yourselves are looking for opportunities in the commercial real estate space, you could ultimately be maybe members of the firm in some point in the future if you have interest. So, Will, nice to meet you.
Good to be here.
All right. So, really, the question that I wanted to kind of answer in this video is to talk a little bit about why we decided to start the firm in the first place, because I think we both have pretty good experience in the commercial real estate space, but there was definitely a vacuum we saw together that needed to be filled. And ultimately, we decided to team up to be able to do that. So I thought, why not just talk a little bit about kind of the background as to how we met and how we started the firm.
Sure. Well, I've been in a family of entrepreneurs my whole life. So for me, it was just a natural progression to want to work for myself. And of course, I started another firm. So it was always the goal to just basically do something on my own. And I think I did okay. I think I did enough to progress to that. So after a certain amount of time, uh, I think that you were thinking the same thing. You were thinking, okay, what's the next step? And we talked about a few different options, and I'm sure you talked to other people as well. And I think we both had the same vision, the same goals, same aspirations, same experience level. And I think that's where it got started.
Yeah, no, 100%. And to your point, I think we both felt like there was an opportunity for us to build something of significance and that could better serve our clientele, really regionally, because our goal over the next several years is to expand not just in Louisville, but also incorporate Indiana, Ohio, and ultimately Tennessee to become more of a regional firm that could service clients coming into our Midwestern slash Southern region of the United States. So one thing that I wanted to kind of touch on through our discussion is what are the ways that we're trying to make our firm a little bit different than some of the other firms in town. There's a lot of really great and reputable firms, but ultimately, every firm is going to have its unique selling proposition, and so I kind of wanted to give you an opportunity to share a little bit about what you think ours is.
My opinion is I think we're very dialed into local. We're very street level. We're very in tune what tenants want, what owners want. We both own property. We see it ourselves. We own it locally. So I think that's probably the best starting point is we're dialed in. We have a finger on our pulse about what owners, clients, and tenants want at a street level.
Definitely. Yeah, I couldn't agree more. And I think the ownership piece can't be overlooked. I mean, when you own commercial property as well, you kind of get the understanding from a nuance level, because it's easy to say that, a particular decision is the right decision for an owner. But if you also own property, you can understand from a higher level how that decision could potentially impact, their wallet, or what other form of potential issue that could arise. And so that's obviously beneficial. And, I think one of the things we talked about early on in our discussions was related to a tech-enabled firm, because I come from an engineering slash technology background. And as I was entering the commercial real estate space, I realized that there was a lot of information that you couldn't really there was information that you gathered through just the mere fact of you being in the business, but there was no way to kind of put a lot of it together. There were systems out there, but a lot of people just weren't thinking about ways to streamline processes and incorporate new technologies into their business such that they could support their clientele at a higher level. And so I know initially during our discussions we talked about wanting to do that, and we've been obviously trying to manifest what we talked about. I mean, obviously we're doing these types of discussions with, building out the media room, incorporating different technologies in order to get our reach as far as possible. And then also we've obviously all our owners meetings on a weekly basis, we talk about ways that we can improve and streamline different processes to help not only, generate new opportunities for the firm, but ultimately help our clients succeed in whatever their endeavors are. So now, one of the things that a lot of new entrants into the space, in particular brokerage, are looking for are a variety of different things. So, one thing I wanted to provide is what things do we offer as a firm that maybe other firms in town maybe offer something similar, but maybe they're not quite the same as what we offer. So I'm thinking number one, maybe splits. How is our education? What type of other things can we do for new entrants into the space?
Support that
Hmm.
comes to mind. In the old days, it was here's a phone book,
Hmm.
and here's a phone, or use your cell phone. And just get at it. We are not about that. We're about education, collaboration, review, support. I think is number one. You might, as a new agent, run across. In fact, you're going to see this a lot. You're going to run across a lot of good opportunities. Well, how do you transition that opportunity into a paycheck? We can show you how to do that. And I think, especially where we are right now in the very start, we have the time, energy, and effort to really pour into 1, 2, 3 agents. And before we start providing help, so direct support from 2 experienced agents, I think is the number one.
Yeah, yeah, and not to brag or anything, but we've done relatively well over the last several years, and I think part and parcel to the fact that we had a lot of support early on in our process, and we understand what the value of offering that level of support is. So obviously, we're willing to do that for those individuals who we believe can be successful in the space, because this is not a space for everyone. Not everyone is going to be successful in the space. You have to have kind of the entrepreneurial grit and drive to want to make something for yourself, because it doesn't necessarily matter how much effort or how much mentorship you get if you yourself aren't taking that knowledge and then applying it to your day-to-day business. So that's something to be said there. Obviously we also offer access to our media room anytime that any of you have interest in seeing it. It's a really cool space that we've been able to build out, outfitted it with different equipment, and it helps kind of provide a little bit higher level quality when it comes to the content creation piece. And then we kind of refer back to the whole technology piece. I mean, we're constantly looking for ways to improve our businesses by incorporating new technologies. And, Will and I often discuss it in our meetings, and, obviously opening that up to newer agents at the firm to kind of get an understanding of how different systems could potentially improve their business is something that we take very seriously. So, that's kind of a high level overview. We just want to create a quick video, nothing too fancy to start out, but you will be seeing more and more content from us to touch base on different things about the industry, different things about our local market. And then also stay tuned. We will likely have a podcast coming out here soon to talk about different development projects around town. So, Will, if people want to learn more about what we have to offer, what's the best way for them to be able to reach out to us?
We've got a website. We've got just a phone call. We've got email.
Mm-hmm.
You can reach any of us. Will at sumcg.com or Raphael at sumcg.com. Cell phone. My cell phone is 502-767-9958. Your cell number?
502-536-7315. And we'll make sure to incorporate them below, whether that's a status update if we post this on various different social platforms, or we'll also post this on our YouTube channel and make sure that it's available for you all as well. So, Will, looking forward to building something special with you. And if you guys want to be part of something special, feel free to reach out, and we look forward to hearing from you.